is a clear disconnect in the city of Philadelphia and the country between generations.
And I'm glad me and my sister could make this conversation happen.
Well, my name is Cherry Gregg. I'm the community affairs reporter for KYW News Radio, and I just want to say I was so excited when Haniyyah asked me to moderate this panel discussion.
Generation pretty much as a generation who was kept in the dark.
My generation in particular, we struggle with how is it that we can still identify with the group, a community, whatever affinity that may be, but then also still keep your individuality and have a voice.
These phones, these very devices that we're so good at, Black Twitter and all of these other things, I feel like we need to also understand the value of learning how to code. If we're going to use these phones for fun, let's figure out how to make revenue with these phones.
There are kids who are sitting at home right now that are making millions of dollars from their house. And that was never possible in any other generation before, ever.
Being in middle school and opening up that AIM box, and I could talk to anyone across the world, but that also means that they could tell me anything and my mother would never know.
Many of us have dropped the ball.
Feels like young people looking at me as having less value.
How do you build bridges if that language isn't there? So
conversation around safe sex. And Zuri asked the whole class, who in here has a child? Nearly half of the people there raised their hand.
The first step is to raise your kids.
When older people see some of the younger kids, they assume they're not being respectful on purpose. They probably don't know.
Walk into a room, a young person would immediately meet me and take my bag. Now, if I walked into a room where there are people older than me, the traditionalists, I would immediately meet them and take their bag.
The reason we call like older people old heads, it's not to be disrespectful, it's just like our slang. Like, it's just the way we talk, like we're young bulls, old heads. Like, it's just, I don't think we mean to come off disrespectful.
Do you think we can still do the blame game on the lack of fathers? Why y'all always doing them dances? And then when the older person hear our songs, they was like, well, back when we was listening to Slick Ricky, back when the person was crazy,